doesn't. Here we go. Good morning. Happy Monday. Monday. I need somebody to cue up music when I go live, so I'm going to talk to my people. I am live on my studios page. It is Monday, February 3rd. It is 2 days before your Artful Journey close. Yes, we have a new bonus. My team is steadily working behind the scenes. They are amazing. Let me make sure I can share this out into the land of the internet gods. It looks like my internet is working. I said to behind the scenes, all I got to do is throw a little money at the problem. And things seem to work. So today okay. How is everybody doing? Drop me a comment if you're here. I promise I will answer them in just a second. I am just sharing in the background. I've got two lovely ladies who we're going to meet today, who are part of your Artful Journey. One of the things I like to do is speak with and feature our members so that they can chat about their experience since they're participating. You know, it's not as fair because I'm on the other side, although I do participate, just so you know. Here we go. Hold on, that was feeding back in my ear. I can't do that. All right, let me pull up the comments over here. Window, comments, there we go. Now, hi Anne, hi Maria. I once knew a girl named Maria. Welcome, it's Monday. It's like kind of the Monday of Mondays. But February, I hear, is going to be a shorter month. If somebody says it's leap year, I'm going to punch you because I felt like January lasted 6 years. And I won't punch you. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Good morning, everybody. You can join. I don't know why it says you can join the Fresh Start in Art. I guess you could. So I don't know how to remove that comment. I will just fly with it. But if you are looking to join your Artful Journey, you do still have time. We're on the tail end. Things close on Wednesday after I am live on Wednesday evening. Doors will close on Wednesday at midnight. So I will go back to creating. Nope, not a leap year. Thank God, because I felt like January was so long. And that was tough. So a new bonus is being released today. I know if you are looking for your bonuses, my team is working on that. They are, if you signed up Thursday, Friday, you get all 6 bonuses. There's the chart. If you signed up on Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you will get 5 bonuses. I've already talked about what all of those are. If you signed up on Sunday, there was another bonus. So you get from the day you signed up. And then today is another bonus. This is an online workshop. And here it is, black and white blooms. Boop, 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 boop. That's the supply list, but it's not a big secret because guess what? It's the same supply list you used in the Fresh Start in Art. Okay, no surprises. Full supplies. Okay. Excuse me, I'm drinking a Verner's. And I don't drink soda. So anyway, we've had such an amazing response that last night I went to dinner and I actually ate the dinner. I did not check my phone. I actually went to a location to talk about a potential retreat, which I was just chatting behind the scenes about. And Kathy said, I like watching you over and over. Thank you, Kathy. That's very nice. I like to provide content that you can gleam and have tons of fun with. That's exactly it. So in your Artful Journey, by the way, if you're thinking about joining, the cost is $37 a month, or a year is $370. So that's 2 free months. Sherry, please be patient with my team. I will answer, but you will get emails about the bonuses. We are taking care of that. My team did take some time off over the weekend, which they're supposed to do. And so we are rolling everything out as quickly as possible. And we will announce everything in your artful journey. Okay, I will talk about what I discovered at, well, not all of it. Just my behind the sceners are like, okay. But first, so what do you get with your artful journey? You get, at minimum, a monthly, pre-recorded monthly lesson based on a prompt, a technique, a product. We do tons of that. Then you get a drawing bonus. And those are pre-recorded. I go live twice a month, minimum, and that is Creative Time Live, where we begin and start a project from start to finish. And then I do morning meditation, which is 20 minutes to jumpstart your creativity. That is my daily practice of painting. So I share that. Sometimes we finish the project in 20 minutes. Sometimes we don't. And that is your leap to finish it and share. Also, you get access to our private Facebook group, which is yourartfuljourney.com. Nobody else can join that unless you're a paid member. It is a private community for you to share your artwork that pertains to your artful journey lessons. I appreciate we stay on task because that's what the group is intended. We don't bring out the outside biz. I do want to thank everybody in the Fresh Start in Art. Oh my goodness. Y'all completed last week, most of you, tons of you completed last week, and it was amazing. Like, the art was amazing, the camaraderie was amazing, the support was amazing, everything. And I still see you're putting in your artwork. That group is not going away. You do have lifetime access to all those lessons. I do want to thank you guys too. Many of you are sharing me and your art and tagging me, and I love to see when you guys are doing that. It's such a nice thing as an artist. I love that you share what you're learning. Many of you had picked up a paintbrush for the first time, and just crediting and saying, Tracy, thank you, shout out. If anybody is curious, watch Tracy on Wednesdays. I think that is glorious. I do think that is so nice. When you teach and you see that people are sharing it and crediting you, it's just like you beam with pride. So I did get on Saturday morning and did a personal thank you to all of you, which I will continue. I do monitor and watch all the artwork that is streaming in. Yesterday I just finally went to dinner and did a little, I have to turn off my phone. I had to turn it off because it was doing this, bing, bing, bing. And then I came home, I took a bubble bath. I tried to get in bed and relax. That didn't seem to, my 53-year-old self doesn't know how to unwind. So I watched the Grammys. I have my thoughts. I won't talk about that here, but we'll talk about it on Wednesday. So I just want to thank you all, because that was just utterly amazing to be a part of, let alone be, I would have participated in it as well, but I needed to participate because if I didn't, that would have been a bunch of dead air. So I want to thank you. I think there's no greater credit when you say somebody is a great teacher. I have so many to credit in my own life. Mentors, teachers. Okay. So I do want to say thank you yesterday to my guests and members who joined. That was so lovely, your Artful Journey members. I have 2 more. So yesterday I want to thank Kathy with an I and Judy. Judy is watching right now. And they were both so great. And I'm going to introduce, today we have JoAnn. F is her last name. I don't even know if I will I am going to bring JoAnn in right now. JoAnn, can you hear me and see me?
Yes, I can, Tracy. Hello, everyone.
I'm going to do this. Look.
Uh, uh,
Good morning. So, JoAnn, I would love for you to introduce yourself.
okay. Well, right now, I'm a mother, retired businesswoman, although I still do a lot of work in the home office here, and recent widow. Had a very good, fulfilling life, volunteer work with a women's club, philanthropic with my husband's organization for small villages in Greece. And so everything was well. I guess my art teacher in junior high didn't like my work, and said I couldn't draw, I couldn't do anything good. So that kind of put a wall up there for me. And then my husband passed away, and I didn't realize how much more time I had to myself. And I'm sitting here alone in this house thinking, okay, what's next? And I was on my Facebook feed and you came up, and I said, oh, this woman, this artist, she's so energetic and she's fun. And I listened to you and I watched. And I want to say maybe I did three of your free demo lives. And then I talked with my youngest son. I talk with him the most. I have two sons and a daughter
Aw.
in law. They're very supportive in my art journey. Uh,
Oh, I love that.
yeah, yeah. And they said, go for it. So I did. And you make it so easy. And you had me when you said, it's only a piece of paper. And that, it just blew my mind and it took down that wall. So I started small, and I love sunflowers. So
Yay! She's
I
bring.
got
There
your
you
wooden,
go.
I got your wooden journal first. And then of course you painted the first one, but this was, I guess, my first. Let's see if I
Oh my
do this
goodness,
right.
that was your first?
That was my first trying to, yeah, that and that was my first trying to maneuver how to do, no,
There
how
you
to
go,
do
love. Yep.
watercolor, and try to control it. And then your, I love everything, your classes, your challenges, but this is my tag I did through the
The
la-
lavender
the
challenge. I know
lavender.
it's the opposite.
I know, right? I'm messing up with my camera
No,
here. I
you're
did
not.
the lavender. We learned so much. I made this also in cards. I made a birthday card and an anniversary card for the kids, and I just love it. And my first time doing
A canvas.
canvas, and
I
it's just,
love.
I just loved it. Um, when you're in your artful journey, you have so many lessons. You teach us so many techniques. It's unbelievable. I love the drawing. I don't know if you can see these.
The other
No,
way.
these.
Yep, the other. It's always the
Okay.
opposite of what you think.
Oh, okay. These are my leaves. I love the flowers and I love the leaves. Uh,
Okay, so that's proof, by the way, for those of you who tell me you want more leaves, we do them.
yes. No, we do leaves, and then we did the violets.
Yep.
Beautiful, and I do like the black and white. I know a lot like to color, but I do like the black and white.
Boy,
Then
you've come a long way from somebody telling you that you can't draw.
I know. I know. It amazed me. I mean, I had a first cousin. He had his own art studio up in Connecticut. So there is talent in the family, but I just figured it skipped me. It really did. But the other one that was out of my wheelhouse was the hummingbird.
Oh, that was last May. That was May. Yep.
May, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
was and this is the watercolor, and I love this with the deckled edging. I love this
Yes.
journal.
That's my
Yeah,
favorite journal.
yeah, and then in acrylic.
So let me ask you, because I like this idea. Are you doing one book in watercolor and one book in acrylic, or do you mix it up?
I try to keep it. When you say watercolor, I put it in the watercolor. When you say
Oh.
mixed media, I acrylics, I put it yeah. I do try to keep it, but sometimes you start out in watercolor and then you do the acrylic, and I was like, okay, fine, it's okay, you know.
Judy, everybody, by the way, is saying beautiful work. And Judy said, everything always for a reason. JoAnn, I'm so glad you found Tracy for your artful journey. And tisk tisk to your high school art teacher. Your art is wonderful. I agree.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate those words. I really do, because I'm a total novice. I didn't have, and you make it so easy because you have a lovely store. So
Oh,
I
thank
I didn't
you.
have a paintbrush. I didn't have a journal. I didn't have anything. And you
Oh,
made it so easy. And I did like my shoes, my sneakers. I
yes.
did the sneakers.
I love it. I love
I just
that. I think
I did
that is so wonderful. Do you have a favorite? Is there something, because you're really you're the reason I'm doing this and doing
yeah,
all of the
yeah.
variety.
Well, I loved you also taught us on the wine glasses. And so every Thanksgiving the wine glasses come out, and it's like, okay, kids, are you team fall or team winter? you know, and from there, what I did was I saved my glass Yoplait yogurts
Oh yeah, the yes.
because yeah, I had leftover paint and I drew holly on them. Now this spring I want to do spring, and I made a little, and I put little the operated little tea lights made for the
Oh my,
kids.
I love that. Okay, I'm laughing because Wyletta said, and I think this is so nice. Wyletta said, cheaper and more fun than therapy. That
Yes,
is
it
very,
does.
I'm
Yes,
not by any means I am not an art therapist. At one time I looked into it. I've had many nice years of therapy, but
yeah,
actually I really have found that this has really changed really me, my perfectionism, my OCD. Also, it has gotten me through the hardest times, whether death, I didn't lose a spouse, so there's no,
right.
but I divorce, restarting in life
Yes.
is not easy.
No, it isn't. It throws things at you, life, and yeah, it's hard. And the hardest thing with you is your words. I went into this group and we
Oh,
did
I'm like, I'm
this.
not scolding people, am
No,
I?
no, you had this. You were a guest artist, and I joined
Yes.
2024, and I had to figure out the words,
Yeah.
and that was very hard for me, but I did it. And I will be doing January's. I didn't. I found my word for this year.
What is
It's
it? Do you
gonna
want to
be
share?
it's gonna be diligent. I'm gonna be diligent in my artwork, in my paperwork, in my home life, exercise. I have to lose weight, and I have to, you know, get in shape. So I'm gonna do that. So this week I'm gonna, because I was with you last week in the challenge. So I dedicated that week to that. So this week I am going to do my January lessons.
I love that. I like my word is dare. Like
Yes.
I'm gonna stop, I don't know, just being my own obstacle. So
Yes. Yeah. No, that
I
was a very
love
good
that.
word. Yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also I like to pick short words if I'm gonna paint them. Maybe I should have mentioned that.
That's true. That's
We'll
true.
need to
Oh,
do a
yeah.
month on lettering. I should bring a lettering guest in. I have many
Oh,
lettering
yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
That's what I should
Well,
do.
you can think of me this week with trying to do diligent, but I will.
It's a good time to be diligent because now it's tax time.
That's true. Yes. Yes. We're all busy with
Well,
that. So
I
something else
know.
we have to do.
Well,
Yes.
JoAnn, is there anything you'd like to say to anybody who's considering joining up or just something you would like to leave everybody else with your wisdom?
Well, wisdom. I would say that if it interests you to do like I did and to watch your free lives, and you really, and then you can see, is this something I want to do? And then just join your Artful Journey. The community is so supportive. They're
Yeah.
awesome. They really are. And you as a teacher, you teach. It's awesome. You have a blast. You can't hear me, but when you're singing, I'm singing over here. It really, for that, however long it is, I am forgetting everything else in my new path, and I'm happy that right now this is my
Oh,
happy place. As you can see behind me, that's my craft desk in my office, because the boys said, okay, we're going to do this, right, Mom?
oh,
So
that's so lovely.
yeah, so the youngest one came and helped me put that together. It came from Amazon.
I
And
love
yeah.
that. I think it is
Yeah.
also really nice in life
Mhm.
uh, to have somebody who supports that creative outlet. I really do.
Yes.
And by signing up, by the way, you have a bunch of sisters in there that literally are
Yes, we
like,
do. Oh,
yeah,
the sisters are excellent. They're very supportive. They like, they comment, they love, yeah, we all, yeah,
yeah.
which is good because that's a little scary to put your art out there after you finish it.
But once
But
you
I
do,
just go for it. Go
that's
for it.
it. Well, JoAnn, we did it. See, I told you it was like having a conversation with a
Oh,
girlfriend.
all weekend I was a nervous wreck.
Oh, God, I didn't want
Oh,
that for you.
the both boys are going to call me later on to see how I made out.
Well, you need to tell them to go to my Facebook page and watch their mother. They're going to be so proud.
I will. Oh, thank you so much. And
What are
thank
their
you for
names?
sharing your art with us.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. What are their names, by the way?
Oh, Anthony and John.
Anthony and John, shout out.
Yeah. Oh, and my daughter-in-law, Domna.
What's your name?
She's very supportive. Domna.
Oh, nice. I love that
Domna.
name.
She's Greek girl. I married
Yes.
Greek. That's why my name is
Yes.
Spivonakis. I married Greek. And my oldest son married a Greek girl.
My
And
brother
she
is
loves the
that's that's
snow,
the movie.
the earrings that I made her, the
So that's the
sunflower.
movie. My brother Nick, my other brother Nick, my other
Yes, yes. And I must say they did make one mistake. It's not Windex, it's garlic.
Oh,
My
really?
mother-in-law put garlic on everything. If you fell, it was garlic and onions. If a mosquito bite, it was garlic. Yes, not Windex.
I think I'm just thinking amongst like hanging out with your friends and you get a boo-boo and somebody's rubbed garlic and put a band-aid over you and you're like, sorry, I smell like
Yeah.
dinner.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
All right, JoAnn. Well, I'm going to bring in my next guest, but I do
Okay.
want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I will see you in the group.
Yes, yes, you will. You take care.
Thank you. Oh, God, was that fun? Well, okay, I would tell you that I really have not spoken. I did not talk to JoAnn before she got in, just briefly. She was nervous, the whole 9 yards. But I will tell you, in all honesty, that I have met our next guest. And her name is Clarice, rhymes with Paris. Before I met her, I was calling her Clarice from that movie. So, Clarice, how are you, my dear?
Well, I'm good. I might have a little bit of a red nose. I promise I have not been drinking. I have rosacea because I just took a warm shower. But if you know Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, his girlfriend's name is Clarice. So,
So, how did you find me? How did we meet in person?
okay. So, I retired as a nurse specialist and thankfully right before COVID. And so around the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, the writing was kind of on the wall that we were going to go down for quarantine. And I thought, well, this is actually a good opportunity to pursue some of the things I've wanted to. And I was aware there were a lot of really good online classes. And I will say I come from a decorative art background,
Oh, yeah.
and I just have had wonderful teachers along the way. I have a particular love of Norwegian rose malling. I don't know how familiar you are with that, but it's very controlled
Well, do you know that
precise.
I've taught at like SDP, the Society of Decorative Painters? I don't know if you know
Oh,
that.
you did. I did
Oh,
not
yeah.
know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
So
Okay.
I'm
Well,
really familiar with the decorative painters and brushstrokes and how amazing their art is. So
oh
carry
my
on.
gosh.
Sorry.
And I love it, but it is something that takes a lot of dedication, practice. There's a lot of fine line work, scrolls, and this sort of thing. And I don't know what it was about being quarantined. I felt like I wanted to do something different and perhaps a little more free. Um, and there's
Olay.
not freeing, and also I didn't need any more UFOs, unfinished objects. Because one of the things about me is I'm very curious and it doesn't take much to get me off track. Like, look, something shiny, or look, there's a puppy, and my mind's going in a million different directions. And so I really needed to find something that perhaps I could complete in a, more quickly. So two things I wanted to learn was I wanted to explore watercolors, and I tried fiddling around with them myself, and I loved the unpredictable nature of it, and I loathed the unpredictable nature of it because I and so I realized I needed a teacher and some guidance. And the other thing I wanted to do was to get to a point where I wasn't needing to work off of a sketch or use a pattern. So I started Googling watercolors, and it took me to a bunch of wonderful teachers. But again, it was kind of involved landscapes and things that were above my pay grade at that point. And then I tried, well, I'll Google drawing, and kind of the same thing. So I just kept jumping on Google, and one of the things that started popping up was art journaling. And some of it was junk journaling, and I thought, well, that's cool, but I would have to go get a bunch of stuff. And then I tried putting in watercolor art journaling,
Hmm.
and I started seeing this person's name, Tracy, with a very interesting W last name. And because I'm a hobby genealogist, and I love finding out where people's names come from and stuff, I of course immediately looked up your last name, and then I thought I need to know who this person is. So I Googled you and watched a few things that you had done on video, and of course right away I picked up on that Michigan accent. because my family's from Michigan. I'm actually the only one born in California, and my mom and dad's family came from Ontario, Canada, and I noticed there's a lot of new Ontario people online,
Yes.
and in our group. And then everybody went down into Michigan, and my parents were actually raised in Owasso. I don't know if you know
Oh,
where
I know where
Owasso is.
Owasso is. I dated a guy from
No.
Owasso.
Yeah, Shiawassee County, very small
Yes.
town. And so my parents went rogue because my mother couldn't wait to get out of Owasso where everybody knew your business, you know?
Everybody. Yes, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's how I came to be out in California. So I thought, well, we have Michigan in common. You're in California, I'm in California. But the thing that just got me was you were talking about, drawing and watercoloring and things, and you just made it seem so accessible. I thought I could do this, where before I was going like, oh, this is too hard. I just really felt comfortable with that vibe. You gave me hope that I could do it. And the buy-in for products was very low. I actually
Yep.
had a lot of the stuff, already. So I thought, well, there's nothing stopping me now. And I started watching some of your videos. And then you organized and hosted a weekend online art retreat.
It was
And
an
we
art
were,
party that was 24 hours. And yes,
oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And I actually stayed up late doing some of the stuff.
I stayed up for
And
24 hours doing that thing.
oh
Oh my
my
God.
gosh. And there were so many artists, and I'm actually still in contact with two of them. And it just, all of a sudden, not only do I have you, guiding me, but now I have an art community. And there was just so much to learn. And of course, my brain was, short wiring. but I, I really, I think, I think after that weekend or during that weekend, you opened the doors to your Artful journey.
Yep.
So I
That
ended
was
up
4 years ago.
yeah, I was looking back through my receipts. I said, when did I originally join? And I think it was August of 2020 or something like that. Yeah, and to be honest, I have kind of fallen in and out of the group for various different reasons. I mean, sometimes we travel and we're gone for a month. We go back to Michigan and Canada, and life happens. I broke my arm and was like this in a chair for 6 weeks. I mean, just life happens. But one of the wonderful things about our group is, and I was actually having this conversation with a new member um, who was concerned that maybe she didn't have the time she thought she needed to participate. But it's the way I look at it is it's a long ongoing conversation, and I'm just taking a pause in the conversation. I can jump into wherever you are when I come back, or I can go back and try to catch up, which usually doesn't work well.
But the
but
lessons are always there, so it is self-paced. And I
exactly.
try the drawing bonuses are like usually 15 to 20 minutes. Sometimes I get a little crazy and do many variations just because I'm that way. But normally those lessons, and then the monthly lesson, I try to keep within a small period of time so that we can reiterate and do those things in our lives. But I love how you kind of worded that because sometimes life does get busy, but those lessons are in the portal and they don't go away. So you don't have to worry about locating them, they're there.
Yeah, the other thing I love about our group is that it's people of all different walks of life, different abilities. And I love it actually when new people join because one of the things that caught my eye when I was still in the scrolling through and I hadn't quite joined the group was people would jump on and ask questions. And I'm like, oh, I never knew the answer to that. And I found myself taking all these notes or I never understood that property of the paint, or I never understood, you know, how a good brush could help me, or with watercolor, that it had to absorb the water a certain way, and the paper, and everything just started coming together. So I love it when people who are inexperienced come into our group, because it's a good time to go back and review basics. And then
And
some
also,
people,
everybody's so helpful. So it really, like I
yeah,
was telling Anne, what is lovely too, and Anne is our community ambassador. You will meet her on, we decided Wednesday
yay,
morning.
Anne.
Yeah. What is helpful for that is that group. Now it kind of is self-contained in the fact that like everybody can help everybody, or point somebody out to a lesson, or I jump in and answer as many questions as I can, and I am accessible if you want to ask. Or I love it during my lives, because even when I'm live, it's better that I can address the question without like or we can just send you off to a lesson that we already did in that. And the other thing I always tell everybody is, you do the lesson, you do the technique, the whatever, pull a couple of those techniques together and see how they go together. I love when y'all do that. So, and I love how really nice you are and do help people. And I met her in
Oh,
person. She did come to my art retreat last year in California.
it was just, to me, I'll take a step back and tell you a little bit of something. I grew up in the Bay Area, and that's where my kids are. All my friends, my work was there. Well, my husband and I moved up to Northern California. We're now at the kind of the foot of the Sierra Nevada foothills, and we moved up here to help take care of my husband's parents, and they've both passed on now. But what happened was, I didn't have friends up here, and my husband and I are very close. He's, definitely my best friend, um, but it's different. I was used to going out to lunch with friends. And so having this online community, like when I first joined, I don't know if Lisa with two S's is watching, but she was so kind. I was so
So kind.
like hesitant to put my work out there, because I kind of got negative um, comments, I guess, about my artwork, because it was always quirky and unusual, and so
Glad you
I was
found
like,
me. Glad you found me.
kind of like JoAnn, was saying that she kind of came in with that trepidation also. But Lisa was just so kind, and I
Kind.
just immediately felt like this is, there's this comment. Life mimics art, but in so many ways, our art group mimics life, because a lot of the things we do and share and say are not just applicable to art, but also to life. And
And all
it's,
ages. So all
yes,
ages. And working, retired, medical, law, this, that, international. I love it. Is really, and we don't get needled down in the stuff. It is like you said, it's about the art, but sharing your art is sharing your heart. I mean,
yeah,
quite
it's
honestly.
so much more. So, I met other wonderful people online like Lisa. And then I wasn't able to go to your very first retreat, but the second retreat came up, and I just thought about the fact that I had missed that first retreat, and I just wanted to make it a priority to go. And it just so happened the timing was wonderful. And I met Kathy O'Connell, who lives not too far from me. We actually met at the airport and had decided to share a car to drive to Ramona. And I mean, we could have been sisters or cousins. I mean, it was just wonderful. And the retreat was just, it's hard to put into words. Anne and I were kind of chatting back and forth about doing this live. And one of the things she said, and I've always asked myself, like, what was it about that retreat? It's just hard to put into words. It's not it wasn't just the meeting these people that I had met online. I mean, that's definitely was part of it, but there was just like an instant connection. And like Anne was saying, at our age, we're probably a bit close in age, um, relationships just become so important. And kind of, I'm somebody who I feel things very deeply. I care about the town I live in. I care about our country. I care about the world. And it's very easy to get caught up in the chaos and, fears and whatnot. And this art group is a safe place to fall and to just put all of that somewhere else. And this group just helps so much with that. And we just had so much fun at the retreat. I'm really
Yeah.
hoping this
I,
year
I'm working
it's
on
not a
it.
time conflict with something else. But
I'm working on it. In fact, I was going to put a survey out today which reminds me I need to do that. Probably I'll just do it in your artful journey. I want to talk about timing and see what people think. I too now live, you knew, in Ramona. I was very well connected in my town. I lived there for 28 years. It was a small town. It was very scary to bring all of you there because I didn't know if you would embrace it as much as I did. And back in October, I moved. And so now I too am going through what you said. It's harder to meet people. I can't go out to the restaurant and everybody goes, "Hi, Trace, come sit over here." I have to sit by myself. But I am meeting. And yesterday I went out, and I'll talk about that when we're done. But it is something. It is something about knowing that I literally could go live on a Friday night and hang out with your artful journey, or I look forward to our morning meditation. I look forward to our creative time lives, and I'm always asking, like, what can I bring them next? So you guys push me to keep learning and to keep doing. And that is why I don't do these challenges. I do them once or twice a year. They take a lot out of me. I am tired. And also I only open the doors once or twice a year so that I just concentrate on learning products and probably bringing some of you guys together in person. And that will be so. Clarice, any parting words that you would like to say to maybe somebody who's thinking about joining, and or your wisdom that you would like to impart?
Oh, I guess the first thing I would say is, what do you have to lose? The way you have it set up, it's monthly. Try it. I can't imagine that wherever you are in your art journey, that you wouldn't just absolutely love this group. And it to me, it's just it's become a lifeline. And
I love that.
it's just continually learning. But again, it's more than that. It's just the group, the escape from reality, and just being around fun people that are positive and lifting you up. I'm kind of, there can't be enough love in the world, and there's just a lot of love flowing,
Ditto.
And to just feel refreshed, and oftentimes I'll jump on in the evening, even if you're not there, and do some stuff, just because it's a nice way to come down from whatever the day held.
Really is mine. And I can't wait. This week I get to go back to creating in my own little space. I've been 5-day challenging it with you guys. And I had to paint that a second time. So actually some of them I had to paint a third time. But Clarice rhymes with Paris. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and thank you for rescheduling and coming back. I miss you.
Thank you.
I will talk to you, in the group, and if not, I will give more information as I know it about the potential of seeing one another in person again. But you're going to have to fight. Everybody has to fight Lisa with 2 S's, because Lisa with 2 S's was the first person to sign up, I believe, the last time, and she already said to me, If I don't let her know in advance, she is gonna. I'll give good heads up. Everybody loved having you on, Clarice. I'm gonna let you
Thank
go,
you.
but thank you for doing this with me. I miss you.
Thank you. I can't wait to see you in person.
Yep. See you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Oh my God, that worked. It worked. Oh, I cut her off. Sorry. Okay. You know what? You don't always get to know the impact you have on people. Can I go back up to here? You don't always know the impact that you have on people, and this gives me the opportunity to see that. She is right. If you do want to join your artful journey for a month and try it out, if it works, great. I totally understand. If you find it's self-paced and you have the time, by all means sign up. Nobody is forcing. We just love sharing, and that has been my whole passion. And it's so great to see that the members just get that, and we all come together. What she said was really true. I travel teach. I will be in Oklahoma in August. I don't do as much travel teaching as I used to do. Many of you have reached out and said, what can I do to get you to my town? I will do it. It just takes a venue, lodging, all that kind of stuff. Reach out to me. I really want to go back to Michigan. So if somebody knows somebody in Michigan, I'm looking to do a business trip back in Michigan. I do travel teach, but my whole, what I really do is really like to be in your artful journey. I plan ahead. Sometimes I record content 3 to 5 months early. I try to do that, but I really do create and ask everybody what you want to see. I have a list of stuff you want to see. And hopefully the members have answered your questions. If I know Cindy was viewing earlier, if Cindy wants to come back, we had her on the first day where I had technical issues. Cindy, if you want to contact Ann, I'd love to have you on, even one-on-one. Or if anybody wants to reach out to Ann and you're a member and just want to be live with me, by all means, and you can share what your experience has been up until Wednesday. Congratulations, Laura. I see we have new members joining while I'm talking. That's great. Okay, one other, since we're talking about it, is I did go look at a potential location yesterday, and I met an artist. So I realized I have to leave the confines of said studio in order to meet people and do the things. I met a lovely artist yesterday. And we befriended one another on Facebook. She was great. She was actually painting a window of the restaurant we went to go eat in. And then I did go check out a potential. I've got to get used to, I got to know the area. I did go to the Carolina Manor. They had a bridal bazaar type thing where I talked to DJs, I talked to food, I got to sample food. There's no way. I was like thinking, they kept calling me the bride to be, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm an artist. Stop calling me bride to be. But a lovely venue. The best teaching space I could ever ask for. I probably will put a survey in your artful journey to start throwing out some dates. They contacted me right away. It doesn't sleep as many people as I would like, but there's like an Airbnb that's potentially across. One thing that we did when we did this the last time was I had an on-site location for people to stay on-site, and then I had an off-site hotel. So I already know about the off-site hotel. There is a possible Airbnb situation, but and it did. I know last year's retreat girls would love this, but I need a place that would house more of us in a space and be together. Now, I go home at night. I don't party like it's 1999. The classroom space there is fabulous, Margaret. It is so big, and it can be airy. It could feel like it's outdoors. They also told me that during the summer months, they do concerts, and they're newer owners. So I was like, I wouldn't even mind the concert situation. That would be like entertainment on site. So I'm going to email her today. Of course, in North Carolina, I have to learn about weather, because when I was in San Diego, you really just wanted to, avoid the heat of the summer, which I'm sure is the case here. And of course, if I'm competing with all the brides that I saw yesterday, I guess October is one of the number one times. And that's originally what I had in my brain. A lot of people are reaching. Oh, there was a lady, and her name's Beverly. She did reach out and suggested a place in South Carolina that she has a connection to. So I love all the options. I ideally would love to keep it local and support my local vendors and my local caterers and local places and bartenders or whatever. But I am open to going somewhere. It's just when I do a retreat, it's not like just a bunch of girlfriends and I invite 15 of my closest friends over and we just like bring charcuterie in. I actually do catering and make sure that there are events and classes, and I had guest teachers. So it is something that you guys can escape to. Now, I would rather do like a mini retreat right here in my studio. I can host a mini retreat and everybody can just go off to hotels. But I was hoping to make a big retreat. So I'll keep everybody posted. I just started looking. I just moved here. But in the meantime, if you would like to, October is still warm. Yeah, I moved. October was absolutely fabulous here. And everybody is telling me that January, this was like the weirdest January that has ever been had. But I wouldn't want to chance something where even the potential of snow could happen because everything kind of closes up around here. So I don't want to put myself in that situation. So I've learned I haven't existed through a summer here. I've only been here and visited one time in July for a week. So if you don't know, I moved to North Carolina from California. So I'm learning as I go. Anyway, I will, the right spot, the right time. It all happens for a reason. But for now, I go back into your artful journey and create with you. What town I live outside, just outside of Wake Forest. In fact, somebody contacted me yesterday and wants to have lunch. She lives in a surrounding town. So I think what I might be doing is just asking people to come over here and hang out with me. One of the places I talked to about teaching, but I was like, well, my audience is kind of all over the world, so I don't know how that would work. But I'm gonna put myself out there. What was my word of the year? Dare. I need to put myself out there. Yeah, Wake Forest, Raleigh area. Okay, have a wonderful day, you guys. If you're thinking about joining your artful journey, today would be a great day to do it because for the next 3 days, I'm giving out 3 free workshops that you can use with the same supplies that you used in the Fresh Start in Art. I need to go get some lunch. I would like to thank all of my guests. So far, I have had Cindy, Clarice, Judy, Kathy, and JoAnn. You will meet Anne on Wednesday. If Cindy could come back on Wednesday, I'd welcome her back just because we had some Wi-Fi issues that have all been cleared up. And I will be live on Wednesday. I will be live on Wednesday at my normal time. Did I push that to 7 or 6:30? I need to settle on a time. I really do. It's hard to get used to being on the East Coast time, but I'll let you know. We'll confirm. I'm meeting with my team tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you to my Artful Journey sisters who are just most amazing, lift me up kind of gals. And Anne, thank you so much for all the behind the scenes stuff. I will talk to you guys all later. I'll be around. I've got some more painting to do before, I've got several things to be painted. So, Clarice, thank you for asking me. Talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful day.